Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Unmuted with Gabby Milian, where your voice is heard beyond the clips. Real talk with real creators. This podcast episode is for the mothers, the single mothers, the autism mothers, and the creators who are parents, and anyone out there navigating parenthood while still trying to find themselves and prioritize their own identity. For this episode, I decided to be my own guest. I wanted to open up and be transparent about my journey, not just as a creator, but as a mom and as a woman. If I'm asking other people to be vulnerable, I have to be willing to go first. I'll be sharing how I balance all different parts of my life, the challenges, the healing, and what it means to build strength while still holding on to your identity. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Unmuted with Gabby Milian. I am your host, Gabby, and I am so excited to finally to be sharing this space with you guys. Um, this podcast episode is for the moms, single parents, autism parents, creators with that are also parents, and anyone navigating parenthood while still trying to find themselves and prioritize their own identity, you guys. So, for this first episode, I decided to be my own guest. I wanted to open up about my journey and be transparent with you guys, not just as a creator, but also as a mom and a woman who is still trying to find myself. If I'm asking other people to be vulnerable, why don't I just start with myself, right? So I'll be sharing how I balance different parts of my life, the challenges, healing, and what it means to build strength while still building my own identity. So I wanted to touch base on my journey and how did I start and um, the beginnings, right? Parenthood, right? I became a mom at the age of 24 to my son, who is my biggest blessing. And well, what can I say? It has not been an easy road, but it has been much of a blessing to be a mom. Like I said, a blessing and also a very big lesson in my life. Um, my boy, let me tell you guys, he's 6 years old, and he was diagnosed with autism at the age of 1. We knew from very early on that he was a little bit different and had a little bit of a delay as well. W mom, by the way, chat, thank you. Um, I take pride in that, by the way. I take pride in being a mom, and my purpose and sole purpose is to make sure I have a good life. Hi, Angel. That I have a good life, not only for myself, but for my son. And my main priority has always been to build a safe environment around him and make sure that he gets the love that he deserves from those around him, right? Because that's all you want for your kids. You want them to prosper, you want them to have authentic love around them, and also for them to be happy. And despite his diagnosis, I want to share a little bit with you guys what that looks like for a parent of an autism child, and also what that is like to be on the spectrum, because a lot of people really don't understand a little bit of the um the diagnosis. And I think it's just important to share what that is and what that's like for me, even as a creator, because again, guys, aside from being a mom, I'm also a creator, and I'm also myself. I need to be able to be myself aside from being all of these other roles, right? Also, for me, I have autism too. I really want to support that for you and your son. Oh my God, Randall. I love you so much more. I just love you. I'm so glad you're able to share that, because not a lot of people are open to sharing something like that. So thank you, Randall. There be a lot of ignorant people. Yeah. Not a lot of people understand it. But it has been more common these days for children to be diagnosed on the spectrum than ever before. I feel like I've been seeing it increasing a lot within the last few years. And it can be complicated for a parent to adjust. So for me, um, when I found out that my son, well, when I started seeing signs that he was, a little bit delayed from like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, he wasn't trying to make any words or say different sounds. And I noticed that the speech he was having was a little hard for him. So I ended up getting therapy right away, because that's who I am as a mom. I'm very hands-on, and I wanted to find out what was really going on with him, right? So I ended up getting therapy, getting his pediatrician to diagnose him, and he did in fact come out with autism. But let's go back to his birth. I had a really, really, really bad complication with giving birth to my son, and it was very traumatizing, but also kind of like a life changing thing for me as a mom, because I'm telling myself, if I can put myself through birth and this complicated um, birth, then I can endure anything. I can go through anything pretty much. Um, so he ended up having the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck twice, and he lost circulation for like 2 minutes. They had to resuscitate him, and it was really hard. I didn't get to get him like right away. He had to go into the NICU. It was a long process. And so I think part of what he went through coming out into this world is what caused the autism, especially like the air in his, no air in his brain, or just the circulation in his brain for a long period of time could have caused it. And as a mom, to me, you can only imagine how much how much pressure you put on yourself to think like, where did I fail? How did I fail as a mom? What did I do wrong? Aside from the fact that I went through a lot of stress, um, having him and being pregnant at the age that I was. I know most women have pregnancies earlier, but at that point in time in my life, I was going through so much. And yeah, it was just a very complicated time. But overall, he's alive. I'm blessed, and I'm so grateful that he is here with me. And um, we continue to prosper and go through the stages of his life with hope and strength, right? Um, I'm gonna talk a little bit about when you're a parent to an autism child, you have to know that it's going to take time for your child to adjust to a normal life. It's not the easiest thing to process. You have to kind of relearn, because there's no parent handbook, right? So, especially being a first time mom, I was just thinking, what can I do to make his life more comfortable? What can I do to get him the help that he needs so he can live a normal life, or somewhat of a normal life, right? Um, and I tried my best to just make his life as comfortable and as peaceful as possible. And of course, life is not perfect, so we go through struggles. Um, so as he's getting therapy, as he's getting all the help that he needs, I'm kind of losing myself. I'm not gonna lie. And I found myself in the stage of parenthood where I'm just like, I know I'm not healthy. So how can I be the most healthy for my son if he's getting the help that he needs? Why can't I, right? So I just think that in that part of just making sure his twos and threes were preparing him for school, because of course you have to prepare your child for school. So it's like preparing him, getting occupational therapy, speech therapy, um, different types of therapy. But we're gonna go through that later on in the podcast, all right? So I want to share a moment when I decided to take the step and go to therapy myself. It's very, very, very important that I share with you that when you're going through something, okay, let's say you're not a parent and you see that you're going down a path of, let's say, depression, anxiety, and overthinking, or you just have a lot of conflict in your life. I would say the best the best and only solution is to, one, put God first, right? But two, seek help. Seek help. If you realize that the people around you in your life are not the best influence for you, seeking out. Seeking out, seek help, and the proper help for yourself. And I decided to do that from a very early age. I've been having therapy since I was 16 years old. Um, and there's a lot of people who don't believe in therapy, right? They believe that just paying a therapist to listen to my problems, and I don't really, like, I can't find a solution to my problems, or they're not, I have to shop around for a therapist. I would strongly suggest that you do shop around. You do test different therapists out until you find your right one, because not all of the therapists that you meet are going to be for you. I had to, I've been in therapy since I was 16 years old. I'm 30. So it has taken me time along the years and different therapists to actually get the one that I'm with right now, who I love to death. She's amazing. And she is why I am doing this podcast today. I am able to sit in front of you guys and discuss and be transparent and do the things that I can do on a daily basis. Um, so I strongly suggest, if you do have any mental or emotional distress, to seek help. Um, and what pushed me there as of recently was, when you're a parent, you lose yourself. You lose yourself. I lost myself. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I felt like a failure. And I want to get into small little details about my 20s, okay? Because of course he's 6 years old, so he was born when I was in my 20s, and just share a little bit about what life looked like for me. So you can only imagine, I went through a lot of distress with giving birth to him, but I also had a lot of stress raising him, right? I wasn't in the most perfect relationship. And his father and I, which I love and respect to this very day, I just want to say, but I, it wasn't the perfect relationship. And it's okay to realize and understand that some things don't work out. Some things don't work out. And when I was raised, my mom and my dad raised me. My mom passed away, unfortunately, when I was 13 years old. So, I was raised with both parents in the household.
Doesn't that cloud look like a
I
man?
felt like a failure to my son because I'm saying to myself, well, you need to be able to, especially due to his diagnosis, you need to be able to provide him a stable home. You need to provide him with, you need to provide him with stability, comfortability, and peace. But I couldn't give him that, you guys. I couldn't give him that because I was mentally not okay. I was going through so much. And um again, you guys don't you cannot wrap your head around waking up being, it's like robot, it's like robot mode, right? That's how I felt. Like, you wake up, you make sure your child is okay, they eat, they shower, they're happy, they're good, you run errands, you come back, you do, like, you guys, it's like it's like a schedule you're on every single day as a mom. And shout out to you moms who are doing it on your own. But I had a partner and I felt so alone. Like, I felt like this is not the way I want to raise my son, right? Especially with a child with challenges. I cannot do that. So I felt guilty. I went through the stages of guilt. I went through the stages of, what am I going to do? Am I going to stay in this relationship and just let it ride out and be with him just for the sake of my son? Am I going to, what am I going to do? So that's what pushed me really to seek a therapist and seek help, and also just be able to ground myself and be the best mom that I could be for my son. Because at the end of the day, you can't just stop and live your life. There's a lot of parents who do that. I'm not that parent. um I live my life through my son. So therefore, I told myself that it took me some time, but I told myself, you have to be happy in order to raise your son. You have to be happy. You have to live your life, because at the end of the day, he's going to need you the most stable you can, especially a child with challenges. He needs you. So I kept telling myself that over and over and over and over and over. Yes, of course, you want a stable home for your son. But I was willing to take that risk to ensure that he saw me in a happy light. So what kept me going was him. I told myself it's not going to be an easy path. It's not going to be flowers and sunshines, but you are going to get through this. And what did I do? I put myself through school. I put myself through school. So when my son was 4, I would say. Yeah, I think my son was 4 is when me and him starting to live alone. And um yeah, you guys, I went to school. I put myself through college. I did online schooling. I went to school at Purdue University, Global, and I pushed myself through school. I said, I want to do something that is for me, that I can say I did on my own and for my son and for myself. And I didn't know what life was going to look like. I didn't know what my career was going to look like, right? How do you juggle being a single mom, doing what you still want to do for yourself, while also trying to do everything at once? Like, how do you do that? So, as I said, you guys, I pushed myself day in, day out, homework, 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 studying, putting myself to distract my mind, seeing a therapist, distracting my mind, and also being a mom all at once, and learning how to adjust in being alone. I went 5 years, I would say, in a relationship, and it's hard. You become lonely. You're like, how do I live alone? How do I do this? But guys, it's okay to, and I learned that. Hi, Derek. I learned to do it. It's just a thing where you just snap and you're just like, I have to. put my son and put my child and put myself first before anything. Before anything. Um so when I finished school, you know, I decided to do something for myself. So I've always said I'm either going to be a real estate agent, right? Because that was something that I've always wanted to do, or I'm going to continue to be an influencer and do the things that I want to do for fun, right? So you guys know me as playing games and I stream, and I took that seriously. I'm like, you know what? I actually have fun doing this. Why don't I make this something that I do all the time, right? So I said to myself, you just finished college. You might as well pursue a career in something that you want to do. And I think I spoke to you guys in my other stream about what it looks like to just do something for yourself and do something that you love to do instead of doing something that you know is going to get you by. I strongly and firmly believe that you need to do something with your life that you have always wanted to do and pursue that. Um and that's what I believe. So I put myself in a position where I was just like, well, I'm going to take a big risk and I'm just going to do something that I know I love to do, right? So as much as that might fail, as much as that might not work right away, I know down the line it will. So I believe that firmly. And I'm I have strong faith in God, and I pray every day, you guys. I think it's so important that you pray at night, right? You put into existence what you want to do and make the steps to do those things. And that's exactly what I did. Every night I looked at my son, gave him a kiss, and I'm being so transparent with you guys, and I wished to God that he gave me the strength to not only do what I love to do, find myself, but also make a good living to make me and his life much more comfortable, much more stable, and tie everything in together. So, yeah, you just woke up, Derek. That's fire. Any bills lined up? What do you mean? I'm doing good. Playing Minecraft this week. Okay. So, uh, I decided to take those steps, and yeah, I don't understand how I do it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't get any sleep. Being a parent alone in itself, you are not sleeping unless you have a great schedule. Like, unless you're strict on it, you like, and shout out to the parents who have a strict schedule, which is something I aspire to have. But with my lifestyle and what I have going on, I don't think that I can do it. I mean, probably could, but I'm going to go into little details about why. So, for one, y'all know that I have a late schedule. I stream the times that he sleeps. So, from the wake up early in the morning, I'm getting him up for school, getting him ready. He's going to school. Now you're thinking, damn, well, what do you do when he's in school? He just started school. So, oh, stream with him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Speedy, absolutely not. And I'll get into why. I'll get into why. So, sharing so for one, right? The summer is a little hard because he's home all day. So my only schedule was stream from 10 if I could make it on time, because you never know with kids. They want to sleep when they want to sleep. But um stream from 10 o'clock at night into whenever time I can finish, right? To get in a stream, go to sleep, wake up with him. My son will wake up at like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and I'm up with him. I'm dead tired, mind you, but I'm still working um all day with my child. So, and then the normal things, doing laundry, errands around the house, making sure that I get I plan out content for what I want to do in the week, socializing, um, still trying to find myself in this process, because again, I can lose myself if I literally just work on robot mode. I will lose myself, and there has been a lot of times where I've lost myself. Um, but back to what Speedy said, stream with him. The reason why I don't stream with him is because I want to keep my son's identity very private. Um, I believe that I want him to have his privacy, especially because of his condition, and also because there are a lot of fucking people out there who are evil. There's a lot of evil people, and I don't want to expose my son into that. He's a very beautiful boy. Okay, very beautiful boy, very handsome, and that's what scares me. That's what scares me, chat. And I'm not just saying that because I'm his mom. I'm really scared. He is my pride and joy, and I'm very defensive when it comes to my son, and as any other parent, right? But I think that I need to cherish his privacy. And when he is of age and he decides that, hey, I want to be on camera, or I feel like it's the right time for him to be on camera, I will. But for now, that he's still young, I want to maintain his privacy when it comes to him being on stream or him being on videos or things like that. I want to keep that private. Um and yeah, people are just weird. I'm more concerned about his safety than anything. Um and because shit, I'm by myself. Like, no, I'm good. It's just me and my son. Like, no. But overall, you guys, I just want to show you and motivate you and let you know that if you are a parent and you want to pursue, let's just say, streaming, or pursue making content, and you have the privilege of putting your children in your videos and putting your children in the limelight with you, do it. If you want to do what I do and keep your children private and still pursue a career in streaming or content creation, do it. Find ways to do something that you love to do, because at the end of the day, you can be a good parent all you want. But if you don't find yourself and you don't do things for yourself, you will be lost and you will not have the mental stability to be a good parent. I don't care what anyone says. You need that support. Um, and that's why I wanted to start with transparency, because I feel like you guys will understand me a lot more and know my story and understand why I do what I do on the daily basis. And I know that there are other parents out here who are hustling and grinding to make sure that they provide a life for their children, and build a legacy, because that's what this is all about, building a legacy for you and your children. You only have one life, right? You live every day, but you have one life. The only thing on this world to do is to make your life like I keep stressing it, legacy, because you want to find stability from now into the future for your family. Everybody wants stability. Everybody wants peace and happiness, but you also have to create a peaceful environment for yourself and your child. Okay, period. But that also takes strength. That takes strength, and it took me a lot. Like, one, my son, and I just want to go into the autism thing again because I'm speaking for all autism parents, all moms who have autism children. Okay, um, it is not the simplest task when your child has, let's just say, meltdowns in public or at home. Um, when they're stimming, because there's different types of autism, right? The autism spectrum is large. My son happens to fall into the moderate, and kind of extreme autism, where he is nonverbal, and he is he's a stimmer, and he loves his tablet, okay, like all children these days do. So he he is adjusting to normal life, and now that he has been in school, it has made things a lot more easier for him to be around other people and other children. um which is why sometimes I had like a little bit of depression, because I had to stay home. Like, I'm very much a homebody, guys. If I'm able to be mobile, I'll be mobile. But I think that, again, this is why I'm seeking therapy and seeking help, because I never really had that full support system, right? It's always just been me and Gabriel. Now he has his father, and again, my family, me and my family, and I'm not gonna get too much into detail about that because I don't want to like really touch base on that, but I will say that I don't really have that big of a support system for me and my son. And would I have liked a lot more support when it came to me and my son? Yes. But I had to find my way, with or without them, right? So I have to adjust and find the help. So when it came to his tantrums, when it came to him stimming, and stimming, I'll just get into brief definition. Stimming is when a child of autism finds an alternative way to get comfortable in any situation. If they're overstimulated, if they're understimulated, if they are emotional, they do certain things. So for example, my son will like hold the back of his ears like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a loud environment. He just does this to stim. um it makes him feel comfortable. It grounds him when he's overstimulated and he's like in a mode, right? So I've had to adjust to different things when it comes to my son, and learn his triggers, learn what makes him comfortable in different situations, and learning to deal with the judgment of others, right? um because when you're out in public with your child of autism, it's not going to be rainbows and sunshines, like I said, where he's, you know, the best behaved. No, and not all children are best behaved, but my son has difficulty being in public and being around other people. So I have to kind of guide him, make him feel comfortable. If he's stemming, just make sure he's okay, and accommodate him. That's the most important thing. Accommodating your child when they are uncomfortable. So has it always been easy bringing my children around other people? No. So I've always been a homebody, where me and my son, we stay home, and I try to make the best life for him here, and he has everything he wants. Everything he wants, everything he needs at home. He has his own room. He has all his toys, all his playing things that he needs. He even has a trampoline in his room. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never had a trampoline ever as a kid. I had to go and have that type of fun elsewhere. And my son, he loves to jump. He's always loved to jump. And that's another stim that he does. Um, but again, it's like you have, as a parent of autism, you just have to, and I don't stress this enough. You have to make them feel accommodated. You have to accommodate them to their needs. And those are the different strategies that I used to accommodate him and make him feel comfortable in his life. And again, I don't want to make it seem like this is such a challenge, because I literally, my son is the most lovable and most caring boy you will ever meet. He loves affection. He loves hugs, tight hugs. He loves kisses. He loves, he likes laughing. He loves laughing. You know, he can have emotions. Like he's a normal boy, but he just has a little bit of challenges when it comes to language and the way he processes things, right? Hi VQ. Hello. So it's just adjusting to from normal and acknowledging his diagnosis. Um, so I would just say to those moms out there, shout out to you who are doing it alone or doing it with a partner, and adjusting your life around your child. Um, and again, don't allow your child's diagnosis to become them, because they are not their diagnosis. They are not the you know they are not that. They are more than that. They are aspiring to learn. And let me tell you something, and this is a fact, that he's still awesome. Thank you. I've been here taking care of work and stuff. Bet. So like I said, your child is not their diagnosis. And let me tell you something, you guys, children on the spectrum, people who are on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, are the most smartest people I have ever met. Okay? My son's brother, my stepson, he is on the spectrum as well. Okay? This boy is so smart. So smart. I think they're smarter than all of us. I'm not joking. They have the way they process life and the brain. I've never seen it before, ever in my life, ever. Like, they are able to remember information. They're able to remember certain things and how they go. They're very OCD. Like, they want things a certain way. They're very clean. I mean, my son, my son, okay, he makes messes just like any other kid, but he organizes all of his stuff. Guys, he will organize all the toys a certain way. He wants them that way. That's how he has them. His room, you if you walk into his room, you will see all of his toys, but they will be in an organized mess. Let's just say that. An organized mess. And he remembers what toy is what this is like. Where does this go? Where does this go? He knows. He just knows. And I am at all, because again, I wasn't raised around children on the spectrum. I wasn't raised, let alone around a person who has autism disorder. I've never seen it. So doing that and being a parent of a child on the spectrum, it was all new to me. This was all new to me, and I had to research. It was important that I seek the help from all of his therapists, and yeah, and learn. Try to move it and well, I know, right? Like, that's how he is. It's just like, you don't imagine being a parent and having to endure um uh dealing with a child with difficulties. You don't. You go into it thinking that you're going to have the most healthy baby. You're going to be the best parent. You're going to know everything that you need to do, and that's not the truth. That's just not the truth. You have to adjust your life to your child, but you have to also find yourself. And again, how did I do that? I went to school. I started streaming. I did something that I wanted to do for myself. But then again, not everyone can do that. So it's just finding a way that you can adjust your life to your child. Um, it's okay to love your life too. It's okay to seek help from your family, your friends, but find people who understand your child. Find people who understand your child's diagnosis, because again, there are people who won't understand it, and you just need to trust that your son or daughter can adapt to their environment and make sure that they're safe wherever they are. So that's very, very important. Build patience, build structure, and self-compassion for yourself. Those are the skills that I have to survive right now: is patience, structure, and self-compassion. I have to find that compassion for myself. So what does that look like? Taking a shower is self-compassion. I feel like it's a thing for self-care. Taking a shower, those moments I take a shower when he's asleep, or I take a shower while he's in school, and I say to myself, this is my self-care. Doing my makeup, self-care. Focusing on my career, self-care. Right now I'm trying to lose weight. That's my self-care. Me, investing myself into working out and eating better. That's my self-care. Patience. Again, patience when dealing with your children. You have to have patience, especially with children on the autism spectrum. And structure, building a schedule for yourself. That is something that I've always struggled with. I cannot lie. I have always struggled with scheduling, but I've always managed to do it in a weird way. So, like, getting up early, making sure he goes to school. That's just a schedule that I have to do. It just happens. Um, Going to sleep on time, that I can work on, because I feel like I have to be able to go to sleep on time to wake up and be fully rested, because it's so important to be fully rested. You don't know how many times I have, like, slept maybe 2 or 3 hours and woke up and was like, I don't even want my son to go to school. Like, I can't. Like, I can't wake up. My body is so heavy, but I told myself, like, in the bed, like, I'm literally staring at myself and, like, staring at the ceiling, and I'm telling myself, he needs to go to school, Gab. Like, he needs to go to school. Like, you cannot just keep him home because you're tired. Get up, get him ready, and when he goes to school, do what you need to do for yourself. And I have to push myself. It's like mom mode. Push yourself. Make sure he has everything that he needs. Make sure his lunch bag is packed for school. Make sure he has clothes. So make sure you got laundry done. Um, Clean his room a little bit if you can. Do the smallest things to build yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do the smallest things to build yourself. Um, and again, strength is not pretending things are perfect. It's about finding ways to stand out even when life pulls you down. So, like I said, continue to push yourself as much as it's hard to do. And I know, trust me, I feel you. It is the hardest thing to do when you feel like you have so much going on with yourself. It's like you're like, I don't have it in me. You have those moments where you're like, I don't have it in me. I only have a little bit. How can I give so much to my child? How can give so much of myself to my partner? How can I give myself so much to my friends if I don't have it in me? I don't have it in me. You do. You really, really do. Find it. find yourself. It's so important. I wish I can say, well, I get to live a life. I get to go out. I get to do things. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. Okay? So I find alternatives. I wish I could travel. I wish I could, take the time, away from my son and be like, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to go on a trip to California. I'm going to go to Peru or I'm going to go, I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to be a mom 24/7. So what do I do? Find alternatives. When he's in school, go for a walk, focusing on my content. Um, do my self-care stuff. So, like I said, it's finding alternatives to get yourself in a better position to be a better parent and be a better person. And like I said, get the help that you need, even if it's for a few hours. Get I really don't believe in daycare. I have heard traumatizing stories of children in daycare, so I'm very iffy when it comes to that. So that's why I'm more of the 24/7 mom. And I just, again, when you have a child on the spectrum, you just don't trust anyone to stay with your son. But you have to find that if you have no choice, like if you have to work and you need your child to stay at daycare, then find the daycare that you trust the most. Build relationships with those people around you, because at the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to be able to make a living for yourself and for your child. Um I fortunately don't have to do childcare. I can stay home with my son and do that, and raise him. And yeah, I've been blessed with that opportunity to do that, and I take pride in it. I love doing it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And if I ever have to do if there's ever a time where I have to like get up and go to work and like go find a job, then I will do that, because he's in school, so I can find a job that works around his schedule. That would be amazing. But I am building a career in something that I want to do for myself, and that's streaming. That's creating content and finding different ways to make that possible for myself. Um and uh Again, it I can't lie to y'all. It's lonely. It's lonely sometimes, okay? It's lonely, especially when you don't have that support system, or you don't have um people around you to help you. It does. But through therapy, I have been able to understand that yes, it takes a tribe, because I have been raised to know that it takes a tribe to raise a family and this and that, and it does. But yourself, your your self peace and your growth and your healing journey matters a lot more than having a whole bunch of people around you. Me personally, now that I'm 30, I've been raised around a lot of people, a lot of different people. I prefer and I cherish my peace and the things that I have built for myself right now. I cherish that, because you can have 8 million people around you. You can have, let's say, 8 different friends, or your parents, or you can have a family friend, or this and that. And it can be the most toxic situation that you will ever experience in your life. But you have to choose your peace over a crowd. You have to, because if you don't, you will continue to put yourself into a dark place where you look around and you say to yourself, I still feel alone. You ever been around people and still feel alone? Like you look around you, like physically, and you see people, but mentally and emotionally, you feel by yourself. I felt that for so many years, you guys, so many years. And I told myself, what is the scariest part? Actually being alone or being around people who secretly have animosity towards you? Being around people who secretly have things to say about you, or like being around people who really don't fuck with you, and you think in your head, well, at least I'm not alone, you know? I can't have that kind of environment or be in that type of environment if I'm being a parent to my child. I cannot do that. So my better option was being alone, being by myself. Yes, I need the support. Yes, my son deserves to have family. Yes, my son deserves everything and more. But I'm building a safe and healthy, emotionally, physically, everything possible for him. He is my motivation behind everything I do. It's like I cannot stress that enough. If you are in a toxic situation, the first step is get help. Get help. Get help. Don't stay in the position that you're in because it's comfortable. Because it's like you don't grow. You don't grow. And again, your children are looking at you. They look at you in everything you do. My son may not be alert in knowing certain things, but he can see my mood. He can feel it. And children on the spectrum are sensitive. They can feel emotions around them. If my son, like for example, right, let's just say I'm frustrated at a game, right? I'm playing a game and I'm frustrated, my tone is different. I'm like invested in what I'm doing, and I'm like yelling. I'm like, let's just say I'm playing Call of Duty, right, and I'm crashing out. My son will stand right next to me and look at me and pull my chin over to look at him to make sure that I'm okay, because he feels the tensity. He feels it. So he's looking and he's saying, "Let me make sure mommy is okay. Let me make sure mommy's okay." Mind you, I'm just playing a game. Like I'm just sitting here like playing a game. I'm in my zone or whatever, and he's like right here. And he's like, "Are you okay, mom?" Like he's looking at me like, "Are you okay, mom?" And I'm like, "Yes, pop. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm no, don't worry." And he's just on his tablet, having fun, doing what he loves to do. And that's just one example. It could be different things. Like it could be hi playmaker. Hi. It could be different things. It could be like if I'm on the phone. Let's just say I'm on the phone and I'm talking to someone, let's just say, and I have like a different tone. Like if like I'm upset or I'm talking about something that I'm venting about, like with my friend or whatever. If he looks at me and he sees a certain face that I have, and he's concerned. He's like looking at me like, "Are you okay?" He can't say it verbally, but I know that he is in like it affects him. It affects him. So, like I said, whether you have a child on the spectrum or whether you have a child who is very intelligent and normal, and I hate to say it like that, but normal, your children can sense and see everything that you do. Everything, everything. It's just so important for you to keep a safe and happy environment for your child, and nothing is perfect, but you are in control of that. You as the parent, you are in control of what you have around your children. So take the right steps. Keep them in your motivation in everything that you do, and I promise you, promise you, promise you, God is going to bless you. I know my time right now is hard. I have to mold my life around him. But at some point, I will be able to get the help that I need. Whether it's from his father or building relationships along the way, and being able to live my life, whether it's travel or do things that I need to do for my content, and find different ways so that I can build a life of my own so he can have a good life. right? Because at the end of the day, it's about him and myself, you know, and myself. Um, hey, beautiful queen. Hi. How you doing? She's so bae. How you doing? How you doing? How's everything going? So I encourage you, right? I encourage you. If you, if you are feeling like you are losing yourself, take the steps that you need to do to be your true self. Period. I'm good. What about you? This is Trilly, by the way. Hello, hello, Trilly. Hi, beautiful. How we doing? So, like I said, it's about taking the steps, taking the steps that you need. Um, so real quick, because I have a few things here that I also wanted to talk about. I'm just looking. So again, um, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you. Um, and, and I'm gonna encourage you to get the help that you need. Um, and remember, healing is a choice. It's a choice and a journey. But, but it's ultimately up to you. And I leave you with that because again, your comfortability is going to stop you from being where you really want to be in life. It's really stopping you. It's stopping you. Don't allow comfortability to shape your future. Do the uncomfortable. Do the uncomfortable. And who's to say that what I'm doing right now in my life with my son is going to work, right? Who's to say? God only knows. But I can put in the work, I can put in the steps to do so, so me and him have a good life. I refuse to allow it to be an excuse as to why I have the life that I have. I'm not letting it control me. I'm controlling my life, his life, and the future. And I don't mean it like, oh, I'm trying to be a drill sergeant. No, no, no. I am literally trying to take the steps, every step that I need to do to build me up from being a single parent to going through everything that I've been through in my life and and change it, change my legacy and change my life to be more better as a parent and as my higher self, right? Find who you are. And I am still learning. I'm still learning who I am. I still don't know. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm still on that journey. But I have decided to take that step with you guys. I am learning myself through you guys. I'm telling you right now, I learn shit every single day when I'm streaming. What I like, what I don't like, my humor, because my humor has changed a lot since streaming. How can I tell you? Like, I have found more shit funny than I never did before. Like, let me tell you, I was really in a miserable state from my beginning of my 20s, and I had no sense of fucking humor. It was so bad. I had no sense of humor. I was so dry. Like, I found myself being in the most miserable state. Yes, right? Right. Like I found myself being so dry and so like easily pissed and ticked off. And don't get me wrong, I'm still easily ticked off. I have a short, fuse. But and I'm working on it. As long as you're working on it, right? No one's perfect. I found myself like, yo, why are you not happy? Why are you not happy, bro? You're in control of your own happiness. You are in control. Do things that you love to do so you could be freaking happy. Stop being around people who are gonna bring you down. Stop being around negative people. Stop being around people who really don't fuck with you. Stop doing that. Get your shit together. Like, it was just in my brain yelling at me. And when I started streaming, I learned so much about myself and still learning. Exactly. Like, you literally learn yourself through your chat. Like, who you have around you is so important. I cannot stress that enough. Right now, the group of friends that I have, the support system that I have right now, we locked in. I'm telling you right now, y'all, I have built friendships with people for over the last 4 years. And let me tell you something. This group of people specifically have brought me out of darkness. Brought me out of darkness, you guys. I'm not joking. I'm so serious. And maybe in another episode, I could talk about that a little bit deeper. And I will, because it's important. But I have found that part heavy on separating yourself from negative people. OD. OD. Um, these group of people that I have in my circle right now, and y'all know who y'all are, have brought me out of darkness. Brought me out of darkness. And I cannot thank them enough. I owe my life to them. I'm not even joking. And I think that, and I could literally get emotional with talking about this shit, but, and this is just me being vulnerable with you guys. They don't understand the amount of help that they gave me in this time. In this time frame. When especially in a time when I thought I was nothing. I felt so, like, so alone. Like I told you guys, alone, dark, like I had no hope for anything. I was like, I just finished college and like I don't know what I want to do with myself. I don't know what I want to do in my life. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a life. Um I'm just a mom. I have a son with challenges. Who's going to accept me for who I am and for my son? And you guys, I'm telling you, as long as you have that support system, whether it's one person, two or three, I'm telling you right now, you need to put yourself around people who will uplift you and understand you, and also who will give you the energy that you need to grow. And I want to talk a little bit about that. um you just know when someone is sent to you by a higher power. By a higher power. You will not expect, someone to walk into your life and you will look at them and be like, you were sent to me. Like, I'm not even joking. You guys, it's so serious. I was alone, like alone, just me and my son. And I had to figure out, like, yo, how am I gonna do this? Like, how am I gonna do this with just me and my son? Like, it's crazy. I don't think I could do it. God brings people into your life for either temporarily or permanently, and don't hold on to people that don't want to be in your life. Let them go. Exactly. Exactly. Like, these people walked into my life, and I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth. It's the most least expected way. Y'all, the people that I have in my life, I found through 5M. I'm not joking. Like, I am not joking. I'm not joking. I'm so serious. I would have never in a million fucking years have thought that you can have a relationship, and not just a relationship, like a romantic relationship, But friendships, like locked in friendships with people, if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't put yourself out there and like pursue something that you want to pursue, not a lot of people find friends on 5M. I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of people find connections on 5M. I'm not gonna lie. But I happen to have a positive experience in on 5M. I actually found lifelong friends through 5M. I'm not joking. Like, I know y'all looking at me like, yo, this bitch is crazy. Like, you literally went on 5M and like, yes, bro. Yes. Yes, it's rare to actually find friends in 5M. Yes, bro. I literally did. I literally did. And to this day, 4 years later, 3 years later, those friends are still in my life. And these are people that I see IRL. Like, I see IRL. Like, these are people that are locked in with me. We locked in forever. The only person that I have not yet to see is my sister. And we grew a relationship through RP. And me and her are like so close. She saved my life. Shout out to you, Letty, because I have to mention you. Letty, I love you so, 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 so much. I could cry. I love you so much, yo. You saved me. You saved me and my son. Literally, like, I gained a sister. I gained a sister. Just when I thought, and you guys, I have a lot of sisters. Like, my family, like, I have a big family. But I don't have, unfortunately, I don't have relationships with all of my sisters. I don't. So me finding Letty and having a best friend in her and finding her in a moment where I thought I wasn't deserving of having anyone and having a relationship with anybody or having friendships with anybody, she came into my life as a blessing. And I just truly want to say I am grateful and blessed that was in a position where I could grow a relationship or grow friendships with people um in the midst of my darkness. And I think that's why that this is so important that I talk about it, because this is the modern day uh thing. Like, everybody's on their PC, everybody's on 5M, everybody's, grinding and networking, and and, and that's why I built this podcast, because I want everyone everyone to have a platform to be vulnerable, to to shed light to their struggle, their journey, and also what it takes to be a creator or be an editor or be an artist or be like, it doesn't matter what walks of life you come from. You can come from a whole nother country and still walk the same life that I do. It doesn't matter if you're poor, you're rich, you don't have anything. You're wealthy in here. It starts in here. Once you have a stable heart, once you have a pure heart and you love with no intention of gaining anything back, if you can love and forgive from your heart, and be open to relationships, but learn and grow with those people around you, and also just be yourself, I promise you, I promise you, your life will look so different for you. And that's why this podcast is here. You guys, I want to take questions from you guys in just a bit, because I want you guys to ask me anything. I'm going to leave a gap for you guys to ask me questions that you have for me so I can answer it for you. Um but you guys, if you are a creator, right? And you want to use this platform to share your story, you want to highlight things, and you don't have to be a creator, you can be anyone, and you're literally a viewer, I don't care. If you want to share your story and it can help others, please hit me up. Let's get something together so we can share your story, because everyone's story is different. Everyone's story is important. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. I want to use this platform to be able to motivate others because people are watching you. It doesn't matter if you're on camera, if you're not, if you're people watch you. People are influenced by you. One or two or millions of people. Like I said, and shout out to Kai Sanat. Kai, you have influenced and you hold such an influence to so many people. Gl- Say I'm glazing if y'all want. I don't care. This man deserves nothing but respect. This man deserves nothing but 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 his flowers because he, okay, has within the last few years have shown that all it takes is for you to dedicate yourself to do something that you love to do, work hard at it, love what you do, and have a good support team around you. Cherish your friendships around you. Cherish the people who cherish you. Love people who love you. Stop stop overly doing for others and overly do for yourself. Pour back into yourself. And Kaisana is a mogul of that. He is showing that on a daily basis. He's even including God in his work. And it is inspiring to me. It's inspiring to other creators. It's inspiring to people who don't do creation, that want to do creation on online and stream. He holds a really big stature, and I don't think anyone can top him. I would love to see, but he holds such a high stature in the streaming world, and I'm sure there are other influencers who do. I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but Kai Cenat holds such high stature, you guys, and let it motivate you to do what you want to do, whether you see results right away or don't. Do it, just do it. So real quick, I want you guys to ask me some questions. If you do have questions, feel free to ask me any questions that you have so I can answer them, and then I'm going to leave off on an advice note, and then we could talk about what we have in store for the next few episodes of Unmuted, and then yeah, and then we'll wrap this up. So do you guys have any questions for me? Yeah. And I hope that you guys find inspiration from, you know, from what I've said. I feel like when it comes to parenting, there is no handbook. There's no handbook. There literally isn't. You have to create that for yourself. Questions? Yeah, do you have any questions that you want to know about me? Because realistically honest, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This first episode was so important to me because I said to myself, how can I provide a podcast without my community to know who I really am, right? Because you guys know me as a creator. You guys see me get on stream all the time, but I never really get to talk about being a mom. Being a mom and being how I juggle life uh through him. So like if there's times that you guys see me go on live and I have to get off abruptly, that's because my son woke up. Um or there's different things that you know that happen, so I have to get off. Or if I don't stream certain days, it's because I'm being a mom. Like there's no other, excuse. Like literally if I could stream, I would stream every day. But there's certain times where I can't. What do you want your listeners to take away from your show? So, like I said, I want them to first of all relate, resonate with what me and the guests have to offer, there's going to be, and I will talk about that in a little bit, about what kind of guests I'm gonna have on the podcast. Um, but mainly, I just want them to know that their voice matters, and that there is room for growth, regardless of what situation you're in. There's room for growth, whether it's in your career, who, it doesn't matter where you are in life. There's always room for you to do what you want to do. And I'm hoping that with every guest that I have, it inspires other creators, and any other person pursuing something that they want to do that, um and have a voice in doing that. um and who's your dream guest to interview? That is a very good question. um Honestly, if you ask me who I dream means dreaming big, right? So I would love to I would love to have Kai Cenat. If you want to dream big, you know what I'm saying? I would love to have I would love to have Kai Cenat be on the podcast with me. That would be amazing. Um but he's very busy. He's a very busy man. And yeah, but if we're dreaming big, I'm going Kai Cenat. He is the king of Twitch. Can't lie to you. That's not even Glaze. I'm so serious. Um I was about to ask the same thing. That would be awesome. Yeah. Um so since you guys keep talking about guests and what I have in store for this podcast, let me tell you, you guys, I have a lot in store for you guys. It's going to be amazing. And I'm hoping that everything pulls through, everything works out. But this is not the end to Unmuted Gabby Milian. We're just getting started, okay? The amounts of people that has inquired or has even agreed to being on the show is such a blessing to me. I am so thankful for the people I have around me, and the networking that I have done with people, to have been able to have them come onto the show and talk with you guys, and motivate you guys, and also share their story. It's an amazing blessing, and I cannot wait till you guys see who I have coming onto the show. My next episode is going to be this Thursday. um and it will be my very first collab guest, because technically I was my very own first guest, but technically I'm having a guest on Thursday, so that would be my first guest. And you guys will have to wait and see who is going to be that first guest. Stay tuned in my socials, and keep up with me there. If you haven't followed me, my Instagram is unmuted with Gabby Milian. On Instagram, if you want to follow me on my main Instagram, it's a link down below. um if you haven't, you can join the Discord so you can keep up with me. I also upload there when I'm going to post, or when I'm going to go live, and this and that. So you guys will be able to keep up with me there as well. And yeah, follow me on TikTok, y'all, cuz we uploading clips, and y'all already know we going up. We going up. And y'all be able to recap with me. Just so y'all know, I will not be uploading any of my unmuted VODs to my Twitch. You will not see it, okay? If you want to see and you've missed an episode of Unmuted, go to my YouTube channel. It'll be linked down below, and you can go watch the episode over again. Whichever episode you want, it'll all be there for you. For every single guest that comes onto the podcast, it will be there for you. You can watch it at any time. So don't forget to subscribe to that if you guys want to watch previous episodes. I know y'all like to come back and watch my VODs and stuff, but it will not be uploaded. Okay. Thank you for linking it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Go follow me on that right there, and you guys will be able to keep up with my episodes there. Um, so yeah, this is just the beginning for me. This is the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are finding strength in what I said today, and I hope it resonates with you. I hope it motivates you. Shout out to the parents of Twitch. Shout out to the parents of just in general. Shout out to parents. Shit. Y'all fucking hold it down. Y'all hold it down. And not every parent is a good parent, but as long as you have it here in your heart and you know that you are trying for your children, that makes you a good parent, okay? And remember, get help. Get help. It's so important. Shape your mental health. Um, do what you need to do. Shit. Do what you need to do to protect your peace, to protect your child's peace, and make sure you have a good team around you, because I do. And I'm blessed and I'm thankful. Shout out to UVQ. Shout out to Randall. Shout out to Irv. Shout out to everybody who stopped in and said hello for the podcast. I really do appreciate y'all for showing love and support no matter what I do. Y'all are always there. Um, and I want to shut up all the autisms out there as well. Yeah, I want to support them as well. Yes. Guys, if you are not familiar with someone on the spectrum, please do your research. Don't judge. I don't and I'm putting this out there to everyone. Let's stop with the tablet baby thing. Please. Children, yes, it's important. Get your child off the tablet. It's important. Let them live a normal life. Yes. But some children can't. Okay? Understand that that is a comfort to them. And for my son, in that case, it is. Yes, I could do better as a mom and probably put the TV on for him but this is something that he loves to do. Why would I stop my son from being happy if he's still learning and still doing what he needs to do? He's learning in school, he's learning at home. So why would I stop my son from doing something that he loves to do just because it's a fucking thing where it's like, get your son off the tablet. He's a tablet baby. He's a tablet baby. You wouldn't understand until you have a child of your own on the spectrum, okay? So we need to put that to rest. Just like y'all, when y'all glued into y'all phones, when y'all glued in, cause you can't talk shit about a child on the spectrum or a child that is stuck to the tablet if you stuck on your phone all day. All right, if you looking at your phone all day 24/7, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. Okay? Because you're glued to the PlayStation, you're glued to the fucking phone, you're glued to this, you're glued to that. So, what makes you think my child can't go and have fun and watch things that are going to teach him on his tablet? No. I'm gonna do whatever is best for my son, and as long as I see him improving, as long as he's doing what he needs to do in school, I'm good. Like, he's good. He's happy. I'm happy. We're happy. So that's what matters. So let's just put that to a rest. I'll share. I meant to say shout out to the autism people out there. Shout out to you, Randall. Um, and like I said, love, love who loves you. That's the best thing I could say to end this. Love who loves you. Keep your heart open, pure. Put your faith in God, and always, always, always have hope and motivation to do what you want to do for yourself and love yourself and put yourself first. Put yourself first. Even when you have a child, put yourself first, because if you're not happy, you can't be happy for your child. You can't be happy for your child. You can't be happy for your partner. You can't be happy for those around you. Put yourself first. Do what you want to do. So, on that note, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Tune into this week's episode. It'll be on Thursday. I'll keep you guys updated with a time. You guys know my time is, wonky, but I got y'all. It's on Thursday for sure. It's a definite. We're locked in for Thursday. So I will keep you guys updated. So make sure you follow me on all social media and keep up with me on that as well. And hold me accountable. Shit. Hold me accountable, y'all. Hit me up. Be like, yo, you streaming today? Yo, you getting on today? I need y'all motivation. I wouldn't be nowhere without you guys. So just always let me know. Keep me updated as well. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for those who are watching on YouTube right now, and those who are hearing the podcast on another platform. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Stay blessed. Keep God first. And I love you. Okay. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick PSA and tell you guys that this episode was very important to me only because I find it important to rewrite my own story. I feel like in the past, it has always been like someone has always written my story for me or controlled my life or controlled what happens around me, and I'm actually taking those steps for myself this time around to do so. I find it important to always just put your best foot forward when it comes to parenting, and also um, just respect and honor those around you, especially with people on the spectrum. If you see them out in public, I just want to put a stop to people judging them, and just be kinder. That's all I want to say. Be kinder to those around you, and have some compassion. Help someone out around you that needs help, and they are normal too. They are normal in their own way. So just have some compassion for them. Don't be quick to laugh at them if you see them, and let's put a stop to bullying children on the spectrum, or children that face challenges every day, big or small, of the disability. Just please keep in mind of that next time you see someone that needs help. Just help them out. The only thing God can do is bless you as you do that. So just be kind, have an open heart, and as always, be authentic and true to yourself because it's important.